All right, Wednesday the 25th. We're almost done with the week. All right, back to upper body. 5, 6, or 7 rounds. We only have one part. We have 12, 12, 12, and 12. Single arm clean and press per. High pulls, snatches per, and palm up raises. Single arm clean and press. Single arm, clean and press. Down, clean and press. Down, clean and press. High pulls. Snatches per. And palm up raises. And that's it. So single arm clean and press. So I believe we've talked about the clean. Maybe we haven't, but I'm gonna talk about it again. And press. So the clean, so we're doing single arm. So this is what it looks like. So I usually have a little bit more toward the middle than to the side. I do my clean, I do my press, back down, 1. Clean, press, back down, 2. Clean, press, 3. Clean, press, 4. Clean, press, okay? So what your clean is a flip. That's your clean. Your clean is not a circle or a bicep curl. It's not a hammer curl. Your clean is a shrug with a flip. Shrug, flip. That's your clean. So you're gonna clean, press. Your press is just like a one-armed shoulder press. Back, down. Clean, press, down. So I come in and I kind of pop it up, press, middle, pop, up, middle, pop, up. You can put your other hand out to the side for balance if you're using a heavier dumbbell. Okay, and then you're gonna switch sides, same thing. Come to the middle. Same idea, okay? High pulls. So we did talk about this when we did the single pull with the jack in our hip timer. So now we're doing a basic high pull. So the weights are in front of your thighs, your palms are facing you, and your weights are together. You're gonna pull up, bring them to your chest. Your arms pretty much make a straight line, back down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. This one's pretty basic. Up, down, okay? So when it gets like tougher, if you're using a heavier weight or just getting tired, you wanna kind of, like I talked about before, kind of brace yourself in that stance where your knees are nice and loose, they're kind of bent, and you might wanna bend slightly forward. This kind of gives you, it feels like more leverage almost. You don't want to like do that. You don't wanna be bouncing around. Our snatches, so we're doing, I like alternating, but this one we're doing per arm. So this one we're gonna do from the floor. So, because I didn't specify, we're gonna do from the floor, which is called power. If you were to do from the hang, it would be like right where we were going for our clean and press. This midpoint right here is the hang. If I were to say I want you to do a power clean and press, you would come from the floor, clean, press down to the floor, clean, press from the hang is what we were just doing. So we're doing snatches now, we're gonna do it from the floor. So the weight is in the middle on the floor. Now when you are bent over to grab your weight, you wanna think about your deadlift stance or your swing stance, because you don't want to be bending over and be all hunched like this. When you bend to grab your weight, if you lift your butt up, it's gonna straighten your back, okay? So, I mean, you could be low, but then you would need to be upright like this, or your butt can be high and it'll straighten your back, but you just don't wanna be doing this. You don't wanna have a really rounded back because you're standing up too high and you're, like in everyday life, when we bend over to grab something, we are super rounded. You don't wanna do that when you're weightlifting. So, that felt good. All right, So you're gonna be bent over to grab your weight, and you're just gonna pull it straight up your body. You're almost gonna do like a clean flip, and you're gonna land overhead. So you have a clean and press, which is more broken down. Your snatch is almost like a sped up version, okay? So instead of stopping and pressing, you just push right through. You pull up right through it. So you're here, pull up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So notice I'm not making a big circle. I'm still doing a flip. Pull up as you can, flip. Pull up high as you can, flip, okay? So that is your snatch. Now, again, I said you're gonna start from the ground, so when you switch hands, same thing. Flip, down to the ground, flip, down to the ground. So the nice thing about your snatch is if you're getting tired and you need to, you can almost jump to kind of help heave that weight over your head, okay? So that one can be a little confusing at first. You just wanna make sure that you're not doing this. See that big circle I'm making? As long as you're not doing that, you're good. Sometimes people end up unintentionally breaking it down to almost like a clean and press anyway, but I would rather you do that than a big circle. And last but not least is our palm up raises. So you're gonna hold weights with your palms up on your side, and you're just gonna raise them to your chest and bring them in together. Back out and down, 2. Back out and down, 3, okay? So this one, your elbows are gonna be slightly bent, or they can be even more bent if you would like. Do it more, even more bent like this, that's fine. But you almost wanna think of it as if you have a cable in each hand and you are pulling that cable forward, release. Pull that cable forward, release. Okay, so that's a pretty simple one, but it does get tiring. And that is your Wednesday the 25th.